Hi everybody, I'm Jess. Welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because I finally got my hands on my Auric products. This is Samantha Ravindal's brand, her brand new brand, and I've been a longtime fan of hers, so I was so excited to see that she was coming out with a line. And the products just looked absolutely stunning. So I knew I had to get my hands on them. This is my first time using them today, so I will wear it all day and let you know my thoughts and opinions at the end of the day, as well as, my initial thoughts and how everything applies and blends, and things like that. I obviously have it on my face right now in case you can't tell all that beautiful glow. But yeah, so I'm very excited for this. And if you are also excited for this brand and you want to see my thoughts and opinions, then just keep on watching. All right, y'all, so I am going to start out with the Glow Lust as a priming base for my foundation, and then I'm going to test it out later as like an actual highlighter on top, so we can kind of test it two ways today. Aside from the absolutely like stunning packaging, Auric on the top, the little gold drips, anyway, aside from being gorgeous, let's talk about some of the actual claims, and I'm getting this straight from the Auric website. The Glow Lust itself is $45. You are getting 1.18 fluid ounces, so a little bit more than your standard ounce that you see in most, primers or foundations or things like that. So slightly more. $45 for 7 shades. 2 of the shades are sold out currently, Morganite being one of them. That is the shade that I have. It is the lightest shade, along with one of the more mid-tone shades I've noticed also is sold out currently. I did see on Auric's Instagram the other day that you can now be signed up to see, to be notified when they are back in stock though. So you just enter in your email and then you'll be notified when they are back in stock. So let's get into some of the actual details themselves. It is a highlighting, smoothing, and hydrating product packed with ultra fine pearls, adjustable formula that can give you instant radiance and hydration. The website says that it can be worn alone, which we'll see how it looks alone. Can be worn blended in with your skincare. I can't talk. So pump it in with your skincare, rub it on, or it can be used as a highlighter underneath or on top of your makeup, which we will be testing out today. I'll be testing it underneath my makeup as well as on top of my makeup. It is glitter-free, fragrance-free, which thank you, Sam, as someone who is so sensitive to all fragrance. Paraben-free, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and it is an artistry-grade formula. So really great claims. We will see how it looks and actually applies, if it is, truly worth this luxury price tag. And the packaging alone is just stunning. But yes, I am going to put open the pump and put it all over my face. I'm just going to blend it in with my fingers like a moisturizer. Let's see. Let's start with like half a pump. Yeah, we'll start with like that much. See how it is. I did immediately as soon as I got it. Couldn't help myself, immediately pumped it in my hands and was rubbing it on the back of my hand, and oh, stunning. So I'm assuming half a pump is going to be plenty, and we're gonna pull a Katie Jane Hughes and do the high points of our face first, and then just rub the rest kind of all over. All right, that really just feels like a creamy moisturizer. It doesn't really feel like a makeup product. It feels kind of thicker, and then you don't feel any chunky glitter, anything. It really truly feels like you're just putting on a thick moisturizer. Moisturizer mixed with a primer feel. So take your favorite moisturizer mixed with a primer feeling, and then it is sinking right in. Yes, I love that like subtle glow, but I think, should we do a little bit more, Maggie? What do you think? Should we do a little bit more? Ignore her needing a terrible haircut. Huh, you need such a bad haircut. Well, Maggie says we need more. So we're gonna do like half a pump more, because why not? You know, we're testing it out. Let's be ultra glowy. I do love how beautiful it looks though. Let's get under the eyes too. I love to be like, I feel like it makes me look more youthful when we're glowy under there. It's kind of like the Becca under eye corrector, like adds that kind of like glow under there. I love that for that reason. Yeah, okay, there we go. Look at that, y'all. Okay, I could totally see how people wear this alone. Maybe not all over, but just like on the high points. Stunning. And I just look youthful and glowy. All right, so I'm going to jump off camera, do my foundation on top of this, bronzer, blush, some eyebrows, because we need some eyebrows, and then we'll be back. We'll do the eyeshadow, we'll do a little highlight action, and yeah, I will be right back. Okay, so back, makeup for the most part finished, other than obviously highlighter and my eyes. Let me quickly go over what I have on my base, because as we can see, the shine still shines through, and I purposefully used products that are more matte on me. So for foundation, I used my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I'm in the shade 4.75. It is slightly dark for me, but the undertone is perfection, so I feel like it goes, especially if you're wearing a turtleneck, you know, who cares? But the undertone is perfect for me. I do find that this foundation on myself, because I do have a more normal to dry skin type, leans more matte on me, and with this underneath as my base, it definitely, you know, it definitely shines through and just looks radiant and healthy. I didn't find that I had any problem going over. There was no patchiness, no clinging, no balling up like you sometimes get with like primers. So as a base for foundation, it went on wonderfully, and you know, as you can see, definitely glows through. And then same for my under eyes. They look very hydrated, and I used a more matte concealer. So I went in with my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Light to Vanilla. Love this, as we can see. Good stuff. Mostly I just use it for blemishes or scarring, because it is more matte, but it looks very nice. It looks like I put my Becca under eye corrector underneath, because it has that radiance peeking through, because we did put the Glow Lust underneath the eyes as well. So definitely peeks through more matte products, which is wonderful. So then I wanted to test how this would do on top of powders. So I did use powder products for my the rest of my base. I used my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow bronzer. I didn't use the highlight obviously, but I went in with that bronzer, my favorite bronzer for fair skin. And then, y'all, I still can't get enough of these, the MAC Glow Play blushes, and I use this shade Blush Please. Oh my goodness, I need more coffee today. Still can't get enough of these. I love it. And then because the eyes are going to be a little bit more dramatic with the color that I have, I did go on with a more neutral look for the lips. I went in with my MAC lip pencil in Dervish, and then my favorite nude, like cool tone nude for fair skin, the YSL Rouge Pure Couture in shade number 10. So yeah, so then we are ready to test this out as highlighter, because we're not glowy enough apparently. I mean, Can we see that shine? We wouldn't even have to go in with more like highlighter. So I'm just going to take like half a little pump on my hand. Well, yeah, not even half a pump on the back of my hand. And I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. It's dampened. This is what I use to apply my foundation. And I'm just going to use the other little tip that I didn't put my foundation on. Just bouncing it, really working it in there. I don't want any like heavy like pal. Let's see, I need a mirror for this. Okay. Oh, that's going over so nicely. It's not disturbing any of the products underneath. I could see how it would disturb things if you went in like directly. So I'm gonna recommend putting it on the back of your hand first, work it into your sponge, and then go on top and it blend it in. I mean, can we see that glow? That color is perfect if you are fair. You can see that ever so slight pinkiness, but nothing like over the top. I think if you are more fair neutral, even slightly leaning warm, you could make it work. Especially like on top of blush, it would blend right in. But I mean, I'm more neutral cool, so it works perfect on my skin tone. So pretty. Let's do the other side. All right, so there is that beautiful glow. I think we have a winner. If this lasts all day like this, this might be a new part of my daily routine. Let's see how it wears though. But right now I'm very excited. It's gorgeous and that tone is perfect for someone who's very, very fair like myself, which again, is not always the case. My sick little girl. Are you tired? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Did I need a kiss? Thank you. Cuteness interruption. She's a very sick little girl and kidney failure and other heart problems and sick little baby. All right, so I also want to point out it doesn't completely dry down. We'll see how it is after I do my eyes, but it's not like so tacky to where I feel like your hair is like gonna be stuck in it on the wind. You know how that goes like sometimes. But it's not 1000% like turning to a powder, you know what I'm saying? But it's not so sticky to where I think it's going to be a sticky goopy mess, or it doesn't feel heavy on the skin or anything like that. But just to be noted, it doesn't completely dry down to like a powdery finish, which again is probably why it's such a beautiful shine, right, Nags? Okay, so on to the part that I was probably most excited about. I am super obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize, in particular the shade Marie Antoinette. So when I saw that she was launching what in my opinion looked slightly similar, like that moussey creamy eye texture, and then with the added pop of like that glitter on top, I instantly was so excited, especially when I saw this shade Ego. I thought it looked so unique and beautiful that I knew instantly that Ego was one I definitely wanted, and thank goodness, because it's the only one that's left in stock right now. So I was able to get my hands on this. I wanted one of the other shades as well, but it sold out before I had a chance to get it. You know, I'm obviously a teacher and it launched during my work day, so I had to wait until the end of the day, you know, and then by the time, you know, I got my dinner and I was finally sitting down to place my order, the others were sold out, but thankfully the one that I really, really wanted was in stock. So I did get the shade Ego. It has the, throwing things. Are you helping, Maggie? It has the little protector, the little plastic protector Oh, like look how pretty, like that silvery with like that shift of green. Oh, so pretty. And then twist the cap back on. And on the inside, it has that gorgeous, things are tight, the gorgeous little glitter topper that again has that like shift of green that just so called my name. I thought it was so unique and such a beautiful shade. So I knew I had to get that. Let's talk a little bit about these before I go into application. There are 3 shades in total. As I said, the 2 more natural everyday type colors are sold out currently, but again, just like the Glow Lust, they do have that email notification where you can sign up to get notified when they come back in stock. And this is $39. This is described per, again, the Auric website as a creamy matte or metallic glitter. Obviously the top part being that metallic glitter and the cream part being that creamy matte. Light reflecting micro glitter infused with a high shine pearls. And the cream is described as smooth, long wearing, creaseless cream shadow. So we will see how long wearing and if it creases or anything like that. These are paraben free, cruelty free, gluten free, and again, that same artistry grade formula. So in her video, she went in with a more like flat brush with like a fluffy edge. I love going in with my eyes to mesmerize with a more like fluffy dense brush. So that's what I'm going to do today, just because that's what I'm used to using with more cream type shadows. And this is just my very inexpensive Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. It's just, you know, kind of fluffy and yeah. It blends creams really well, at least the creams that I've used, so we'll see how it works with the Auric cream shadow. So excited, you guys. This shade is just so up my alley. I'm excited. Let's see. How are we? We're just gonna go right in with the brush into this. Let's see what that texture is. So yeah, it's like very airy, moussey. When you dip it in, you don't get like a ton on the brush. It honestly, just by feeling it, kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury. Let's see, let's see. That's not a ton on the brush, but let's just see what we got. Oh, that color. I'm gonna go straight on the lid first, and then I'll blend it into the crease. Oh, that color. And I'm going to use very light pressure holding at the end of my brush to blend the excess into the crease. You guys, this color, if you have neutral, cool, fair skin, you need it. It's blending beautifully and maintaining that. It's described as matte, but it's not matte. It has a slight sheen to it, which I love. Wow, that one dip, look at all that. One dip of the brush, and it blended just so beautifully into the crease. Oh my gosh, that shade I love. I did forget to mention, I did prime my eyes with just my concealer. I always bring my concealer up to my eyelids to cancel out any redness or those veins. I did not use an actual eyeshadow primer, so just my concealer. I am going to go in with my Sigma Blending E25. It is a more like flat, fluffy top just to do underneath. I can't go in with a big fat brush underneath or it'll be a giant mess. Just dipping it in. Just getting a very, very tiny amount, as you can see. running it right under. I'm only going about halfway, like to where my pupil starts. I never go all the way in because I have smaller eyes, so it just really closes off my eyes if I go all the way in. All right, so that is just what the cream itself looks like, a very light layer. I did not go in heavy-handed at all, and as we see, it just looks like a very nice wash. Now let's go in with the glittery top coat. Look how pretty. And I am just going to use my fingers for this. I always use my fingers for cream. Look at that color. Oh my goodness, so pretty. It's very like a greeny shift. That color itself on the glittery is not very silvery at all. It's more of a silvery green. Very pretty. And I'm just going to pat it on the lid itself. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness. So glad I got this color. As you can see, did get a little bit of fallout, but nothing major. But I mean, it's pretty much to be expected with glitters in general. I've yet to use a actual glitter that doesn't have fallout. Like shimmer shadows, they don't always, but this is like an actual glitter. So you will get a little fallout, so maybe I suggest doing your eyes first and then the rest of your face. So quick and easy too. Be perfect shade for going out. I wish I could go out. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my mascara. This is just the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, and I use the water resistant in Very Black. Hey everybody, so it's Jess. It is the end of the night. It is now 10:26, so I am ready to wash my face and go to bed. But I just wanted to do a final check-in on the Auric products. Overall, in general, I am very pleasantly happy with both of the eyeshadow and with the Glow Lust. Let's first talk about the Glow Lust. I think if you are someone with a drier skin type, you can't go wrong, you know, kind of just putting it all over. Your face obviously needs the moisture anyway, so I loved that added boost of hydration on top of like that extra glow. As you can see, it's still really glowing through. I would say the only place that kind of got a little slightly oily but never usually does would be just around my nose area. I can kind of start to feel oils peeking through, which doesn't usually happen on my skin type. So I would caution, if you are an oily girl, I would probably just say hide high points of your face. Otherwise you might get greasy. I love how glowy and fresh my skin is. It doesn't, I do want to point out that it did kind of like that tack that I felt earlier did kind of set down. It took a while. It took like an hour to fully like kind of sink in and become one with your skin, but then it eventually did, and it just left that glow behind. I mean, nowhere feels greasy or oily or anything other than, you know, like I said, right in this little area, my T-zone. So yeah, if you are dry, feel free to drench yourself in this. You're not going to regret it. You might even feel a little oily at the end of the night, which, I mean, hey, that's always awesome. I haven't been like that in many years now. So yeah, I love that. And then obviously just as like a highlighter in general, can't go wrong. It didn't disrupt anything underneath. It didn't, you know, have my hair, it wasn't sticking into it. And let me tell you, it is a very windy, yucky day, and I do let my dog out several times, so it's been tested. No hair was sticking in. It wasn't like bunching up or getting gross. I mean, as you can tell, it just is that beautiful natural. And that's what I love about this too. It's that natural, mature type highlighter. So if you are somebody who's not 21 anymore and you don't like to look like you're being seen from space, you know, that's a look for some people. But on me personally, at almost 32, I love the more natural style, and this is definitely more natural. So don't get this thinking you're gonna have one of those beaming highlights, because you're not. And this matches my skin tone perfectly. Morganite is that shade again. I love, love, love this, and it will be in constant rotation. Now for the Smoke Reflect. Love this color. As the claim says, you can see no creasing, still very glittery, impactful, still very much on my eyes, so it does last all day. Crease proof wear, as you know, the website suggests. I love this. I will note though, you know how we had a little fallout when initially applying the glitter, we had some fallout. I do feel like the glitter kind of falls throughout the rest of the day. Now, I notice that a lot in a lot of glitter products on myself. I do have more of that hooded eye, so I think kind of just the opening and closing when you're blinking a lot can impact that. So just to caution, I do have lots of glitter. Now, I was thinking to myself when, you know, thinking back at the end of the day, I think maybe if you were to put the glitter on the base, the cream, while the cream was still wet, I wonder if that would have a difference. If you've tried that, please let me know in the comments. But I wonder if sticking the cream on and then the glitter on top of the cream while the cream is still kind of, before it's set down, I wonder if that would act like a glue and hold it on better. I'm not one to really mind, whoa, I'm not one to really mind that little bit of glitter, but do keep in mind you're gonna get a little bit of glitter fallout here and there. Nothing massive. I mean, as you can see, it's still very much on my eyes, but it does kind of keep falling. But anyway, I've noticed this all the time with glitter eyeshadows, so it's not just this one. This happens to me with all glitter eyeshadow, so I can't really say that's a negative, because it's something that I come to expect when applying a glitter on. So just keep that in mind, and definitely maybe try and do like one eye at a time. Put your cream on and then tap on the glitter before it dries completely, because it does dry down completely. I mean, it doesn't feel like I have a heavy cream on my eyes. It feels very lightweight. Both feel very lightweight, you know, not heavy makeup you feel. So just keep that in mind. I will continue to be wearing and loving this, because I mean, the shadows, this color is so pretty. I love it. So huge congratulations to Sam. This is a stunning collection. I can't wait to see what she continues to come out with. I'm sure some, you know, cream blushes and bronzers. Very excited for those. I would love to see her do like a dewy foundation as well. But I'm sure all you know, good things will come in time. So very, very happy they will both maintain in my collection, especially this on a very regular basis. This color is obviously not like an everyday shadow for me, but I will definitely be wanting to pick up her other shades once they are back in stock, because those are kind of everyday shades for me. So love this color for a very impactful eye. So yeah, I hope you had fun hanging out with me. I'm probably just rambling on delirious at this point because I am so tired. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you pick either of these up. Yeah, so I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.